Hello, good morning. My name is Andrei Al-Satal. Thank you for joining us today for this event. I will be presenting the first part of today's session, which will be a quick overview on Oracle Integration Cloud. My name is Andrei Al-Satal. As I said, I'm a Senior Technology Strategy Advisor, part of Oracle Solution Engineering team in the Gulf region. And in my part, we will have a look at the integration challenge. Why is integration important? Explore Oracle Cloud Infrastructure's integration landscape, highlight some of Oracle's key differentiators in the integration area, then quickly look at the future roadmap for Oracle Integration Cloud. Starting with the integration challenge. Today, everyone speaks of digital transformation, of process automation, and a lot of the newer, let's say, capabilities in the enterprise. And there are multiple approaches to it. Some people want to deploy new emerging technology channels to interact with their customers. Others see digital transformation as becoming a mobile-first company, or by focusing on customer experience and having a unified experience across the different delivery channels, or moving from older legacy applications into cloud-native applications. While all these are true and very important to a digital transformation and the digital experience in an enterprise, there is more than often an overlooked part that is actually the enabler for all of these. This is actually integration, where according to Gartner, in any digital transformation project, 50% or even more of time, cost, and effort of delivering that new digital transformation business goes actually into integrating the existing applications, integrating with external business partners and entities, or providers and suppliers, and actually automating beyond the user experience layer and making requests and business logic flow seamlessly between the backend applications and data sources. This is a key enabler for any digital transformation initiative, any business automation initiative. Oracle's integration landscape provides a complete set of tooling for all your integration needs that extend from the cloud to your on-premise, from within your applications to partner and ecosystem applications. Everything from application integration with connectivity adapters to data sources and backend systems, to process management and process automation coupled with insights, dashboarding, and monitoring capabilities to your applications, connectivity with RPA providers, all the way up to ready-made integration recipes, and embedding of machine learning and AI within the integration where applicable. In the application integration area, Oracle Integration Cloud provides an elevated user experience, completely web-based, to integrate your SaaS applications, whether Oracle or non-Oracle, together, as well as SaaS applications with on-premise applications and data sources. This is also powered by an extensive list of connectors that relieve the system integrator from having to worry about the details of back-end system APIs or even the existence of those. With connectors, you simply drag and drop a connector, then go through a visual configuration wizard to be able to choose the way you want to interact with a backend system or a data source, and you're done. All integration is done in a completely web-based environment. There is nothing to install. It runs anywhere on any device. Process automation is a native component of Oracle Integration Cloud as well, completely based on BPMN 2.0 notation. You can create both structured BPM processes as well as dynamic cases or dynamic case management solutions for unstructured kind of work to be automated. The process part of Oracle Integration Cloud is directly integrated with the underlying Integration Cloud. So integrations created earlier could be simply easily browsed for to be used as execution services for steps within the process. On the integration analytics front, integration owners and operations managers can define milestones on their integrations or process flows, then associate these milestones with SLAs and KPIs along with alerts and notifications. And then the integration insights component gives real-time update of the status, health, and performance of your processes and integrations as they execute without even you having to refresh your browser. This allows people, owners of applications to have a real-time view of what's happening, identify bottleneck, identify resource consumption, identify productivity of process users, and where is the most waiting or who's the most productive, and as many different scenarios as you can think of. When it comes to RPA, in today's economy, there's a lot of emphasis on automating legacy applications or human-intensive tasks by the deployment and utilization of robotics. There are key vendors or suppliers of RPA technology today in the market, and at Oracle, we believe that to get the maximum value of your RPA investment, it's not only about automating that human-intensive interaction with a system or that legacy step with an older application, but being able to incorporate this into the bigger integration landscape of your enterprise applications, as well as being able to use these robot automated steps within your business processes. This is why we provide ready-made connectors for leading RPA technology providers such as UiPath and Automation Anywhere, so that the robotic step can easily become part of your bigger integration landscape. And finally, AI and machine learning is embedded in the integration experience wherever applicable. One of the key examples is the recommendations when you do data mapping. The integration cloud learns from your behavior from previous integrations you have built. And then when you try to map objects from different applications that you've integrated before, it actually starts recommending, you might want to map this customer ID to this customer number on the other end because you've done this more than once previously, or your colleagues have done it on different instances, and so on. Another place where recommendation kicks in is next best action in case management and dynamic processes, based again on how other process workers have done in the same situation at the same step. Now, what makes Oracle Integration Cloud different? First thing, Oracle Integration Platform as a Service, which is mostly our Integration Cloud platform, has been ranked as a leader in Gartner's Magic Quadrant for Integration Platform as a Service for 3 years in a row, from 2017 to 2019, and we strongly hope that it will be the case this year as well. We've been not only in the leader quadrants, but also improving our position year over year. Another key differentiator is the rich library of connectivity adapters that Oracle Integration Cloud provides. We believe that adapters are a very key tool into having a useful integration platform, because this is the component that allows system integrators to focus on the logic of the integrations they are building and leave the technicalities of the various backend systems that they might come across, leave those technicalities to Oracle. Then our marketplace is also a source of pride to our Integration Cloud team and customers. On the marketplace, there are tens of pre-built integration flows, integration connectors, as well as specialized services from community members that you can take advantage of and kickstart or jumpstart your integration without having to start from scratch. If you want to integrate Oracle Sales Cloud with Oracle Service Cloud, for example, before you start a project fresh, go check out the marketplace. Chances are there is a ready-made integration flow that you can download, include in your Oracle Integration Cloud instance, activate, run, you're done. Same thing applies for connectors and for professional services. and a wide variety of these marketplace resources that help you jumpstart your integration are actually provided for free. Finally, for my part, the last piece is to have a quick look on what's coming up. What does Oracle Product Management and Product Engineering have in store in terms of plans on the short and medium term for Oracle Integration Cloud Platform? First, most of the effort in development is going through three main lines. One is the first is adapters and more adapters, which is totally in line with our philosophy of what makes an integration platform most useful. The other line of development is integration accelerators to provide integration flows, connectors, both business and technical, that jumpstart your integration effort, as well as the usual ongoing simplification, enhancements, and user usability of the system overall. On the adapters front end, we have quite recently released a few new adapters, including an adapter for Oracle Autonomous Data Warehouse, a native adapter for Oracle SOA Suite, which for those familiar with Oracle, for those unfamiliar with Oracle, this is our on-premise integration platform. The native SOA Suite adapter allows you to browse and connect to SOA composite applications natively at the underlying fabric, rather than just integrating with them as generic web services. A new adapter for IBM MQ series has been introduced, as well as for on-premise FTP connectivity. Up next, or coming soon within the next quarter, we're also working on an adapter for Slack, for Box.com, for Apache Kafka, as well as for SAP Commerce Cloud. And there are also many more adapters on the longer term roadmap, such as automated data processing, Amazon Marketplace, or Salesforce Commerce Cloud adapters. On the accelerators and front, and the accelerators are ready-made integrations that you can simply download, enable, and consume, and they focus on common and popular use cases. There is an accelerator that integrates NetSuite with Salesforce.com, basically implementing two integration use cases, one of which is opportunity to order and the other is order to cash. This one is almost around the corner, I believe. Last time I checked, it was in UAT testing by the different vendors involved in it. And there are also multiple other accelerators involving Salesforce, involving NetSuite, Workday, and other applications that are being worked on at different stages in their development lifecycle. And there will also be the capability to customize the accelerators, so you can not only quickly integrate two applications implementing a popular or common use case faster, but you can actually personalize these to use them as starting templates. Then on the simplification front, one of the key things that have been recently released in that regards is the ability to publish OIC, Oracle Integration Cloud's REST APIs, directly and automatically as open API documents. This means that I can, in one click, publish a fully qualified API that I can manage using any API management platform out there. We're also working on enhancements in the existing ERP Cloud adapter that includes, or worked already, that includes support for custom business events, as well as simplification of the file-based import in the ERP Cloud adapter. On the roadmap, on the short-term roadmap, we have a complex variable assignment feature coming up, as well as migration tooling from the older generation Oracle Integration Cloud Classic to the new Oracle Integration Cloud Gen 2. There will be a tooling provided, and in the making also there is an OIC for software as a service applications being worked on. And there are many more capabilities and details and improvements and tweaks on the longer term roadmap. This should conclude my product update slice, and I shall hand over to the colleagues at Evosys for the next session.
Thank you, Andre, for the presentation. Can you just make me a presenter? All right. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to you guys listening to me. If one of the panelists can just confirm if my screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, Andre. It was really insightful about the Oracle capabilities on integration cloud and process automation. So I'll just take it over from Andre. So this is Shapir Vora. I'm part of Evosys from last 8 years. Evosys is one of the Oracle Premium Platinum partners. We are Oracle partners from last 15 years. We are based in UAE as well as in India and globally. I have also my colleague Dhwani Shah. Dhwani is our solution architect for integration and application development. She'll be taking some of the sections of the solutions that we are going to present. So the agenda of Evosys presentation will be about our experience and our solutions that we have delivered across our customer landscape around integration and about RPA, where we have done certain solutions and how we see RPA to be an enabler, for most of our customers to on the digital transformation journey and the use cases that we have done. So I'll quickly talk about Evosys introduction. Where Evosys, we are Oracle Platinum partners. We have been present in around 30 countries. We are specialized in all major Oracle applications portfolio and technology portfolio, where we implement major Oracle products and solutions. We have around 1,200 plus employees spread across these countries. We do implementation, support, upgrade, and consulting, which is one of our major forte. We have implemented our solutions to more than 1,000 plus cloud customers globally. We have worked in all different industries. We have experienced consultants who have worked on all major industry sectors, maybe public sector, healthcare, real estate, where these are few of our major forte where we have implemented solutions for these customers. As I said earlier, we are present across 30 countries. We are headquartered in India, in Ahmedabad. Our major offshore center is in India. We have our offices in all major cities in GCC, where our GCC headquarters being in Dubai, and our delivery headquarters is in India, in Ahmedabad. So this shows that we are present globally. We are a global company, and we come up with a lot of experience on the processes, the solutions, and especially around integration. So I'll just quickly talk about, as Andre mentioned earlier in his presentation, that most of the major companies, they are on the digital transformation journey, where they perceive digital transformation in different ways. For example, some of them think that moving any on-premise application to cloud is a digital transformation, or let's say improving cost of operations, reducing the support staff, changing user experience. The management will not get any operational output after doing all these things, until unless you are doing the same repetitive work. Your IT is still managing those multiple integrations and your silo systems, right? So what is the gap over here? So the challenge is when those companies, the organizations, when they go the digital transformation journey, they are missing the strategy. They are missing the strategy of the digital transformation. When you bring in a new system, when you ask for your end employees to move from an traditional application to a new version of a cloud-based application, for example, you get an employee pushback. There is limited access to the required technical expertise. And more technologies coming up every day, and most of your business team, I mean the users who are experts, let's say in financials or in, let's say, in supply chain or in IT, they lack innovative ideas because they're not able to bring those ideas to the table. They are doing their own mundane repetitive work all the time, and they're more involved in the clerical work. So what does a digital transformation actually means for an organization is to transform the experience, the end user experience, a digital transformation which enables a collaboration between different departments. There is a seamless data flow, there is seamless exchange of information, where the focus is more on the value based actors rather than just doing the mundane repetitive task of data gathering, data entry. Digital transformation which updates the skill sets of your employees. They start using tools which enable them to do the things pretty quickly rather than doing traditional programming, uh, and ease of use for your end users. So this is how Evosys, enables our customers to do the digital transformation journey. We bring in the best practices from consultancy based on our experience in all different industry verticals. We enable them to streamline their processes. For the automation, we identify the key areas, where this repetitive task can be automated by creating process flows, by creating RPA extensions, where this RPA automation will help them remove the repetition. We create digital assistant, so do the transaction in a conversational way. We enable intelligent reporting on top of that for the management, where they can have enable machine learning embedded, NLP embedded solution, where they can get KPIs which is of key values and notify them on the actions they need to take. We improve the security. We keep the make sure that authorized people or authenticated people are only able to do the approvals or given the access. And as I said, we multiple user experience. We can add more than one channel for them to experience the digital transformation. So this is about Evosys on how we enable our organizations. So I'll hand over to my colleague Dhwani. She will quickly talk about the use cases that we have encountered on integration, the solutions that we have done. Over to you, Dhwani.
Thanks, Shabir.
Yes, yes, Dhwani.
Okay, okay, thanks. Yeah, so thanks, Shabir, for introducing me. Hello, everyone. As Shabir mentioned, I am Dwani, and I am basically playing the role of solution architect, taking care of GCC and APAC region in Evosys. Um, so in Evosys, we are have a major developments which are done around integrations and the past solutions. So as you can see that we have over about 100 plus integrations developed till now. With those integrations, we have now about 70 plus past customer references. And to have all those development done, we have our about 90 plus developers with us who takes care of both integration and the past developments. So quickly, I will take you through the use cases which we have done and the experience that we have around the integrations. So the architecture, the high-level diagram which you see shows all the systems that we have connected till now. This is a high-level system integration which we have done with all the systems which you can see, where it includes NetSuite, Salesforce, the Oracle WMS, CPQ, Oracle e-business suite, uh, Oracle transportation management. So these are all the basically all the systems that we have integrated till now. So going a little bit in the lower level architecture which we have. So this particular use case shows how we are integrating ERP with the Salesforce system and the legacy system. So we have our use case where we have created the customers coming from the Salesforce coming back to ERP using the Salesforce adapter, which is very quick and simple, and the overall handling and the maintenance becomes very easy for the clients who are using the integrations going forward. Also, coming to the legacy system, we have integrated so many systems till now where the customers have their legacy system which they are using for around more than 10 years. And now we are integrating that with ERP. So when this kind of a system comes, it always have their own files, which is a very old kind of a file, which we use it and make the integration very smooth. So it can be possible using the file and web services both. But so here we are to make the overall system integration very much simple, and that's where OIC comes into picture, where the integrations become very much easy. Going next to the second use case, which shows the Oracle Field Service Cloud. Oracle e-business suite, Oracle OTM, Oracle CPQ, and the Oracle ERP cloud. So all these systems are integrated. So giving the examples, we have integrated Oracle ERP cloud with e-business suite, where giving an example of one of the use case where the payroll was running in e-business suite, and as the core HR is implemented on ERP cloud, we integrated e-business suite with ERP, bringing all those data of the payroll and making it available for the users to get the end reporting easier for them using the BI publisher in the cloud, where the reporting is very much simple. Now, like talking again about the second system, which is Oracle Field Service Cloud, where the typical use case, which I can give you an example of, is we created we created work orders in Oracle CX, wherein and once the work orders were created, we brought those work orders in Oracle Field Service Cloud, where we attached activity to all those work orders. Then going to the next system, which is Oracle OTM, where we created transfer orders, sales orders, actual shipment, plan shipment, purchase receipt, bringing all those data and having all those touch points between Oracle ERP cloud and OTM makes it very much easier and simpler for the clients to handle all the transactions which are going on in their current organization. And in a similar way, talking about opportunities where we have integration coming into picture for the Oracle CPQ and ERP cloud, where the CX is integrated to CPQ, and the touch points like opportunity and leads are handled, wherein the transactions between both the systems becomes very much easier. So basically, it is a typical use case wherein we used multiple systems and all the Oracle products, integrating with each other. As I gave the use cases, it is becoming very much simple and easy using Oracle Integration Cloud. So this is a second typical use case which we foresee with many of the clients which we have, where there are differences in the systems like NetSuite. So NetSuite and Oracle OTM and Oracle WMS is a typical use case wherein the complex transactions going on in all these three systems are integrated using OIC. So talking about as I previously mentioned, with ERP, the same use cases which we have done with NetSuite is actual shipment, plan shipment. So bringing all those data from NetSuite to Oracle OTM, and then transferring it to WMS, and the vice versa. This is a typical use case which makes the systems very much easier. As Andrea rightly mentioned, that in all the organizations, the typical challenge which we face is around how the systems will be integrated. And though all the systems has different languages, different terminologies, but we are here to make it very much simple. And these are the typical use cases which we have, which can showcase all the experiences that we have till now. So talking about, as I said, talking about the experience which we have integrated this many systems. As you can foresee, we have integrated financials, manufacturing, inventory, human capital, and engagement cloud, and we have more and more clients coming up with more systems where the integration is taking care of. Now going to the use case of Visual Builder Cloud Service, which is a new product and a very attractive product by Oracle, which is used with Oracle Integration Cloud, where we can now integrate the systems, provide them the enhanced UI. So we have a use case with. So I'm bringing a use case where we use the Oracle Visual Builder Cloud Service with Oracle Integration Cloud to make end-to-end experience very much enhanced for the client. So the use case which I am coming up now with is for the SH Integrated Services Singapore, where we had the use case of integrating work orders with the Oracle Fields Service Cloud, where the workers once the work orders are created, the workers and the activities are created on the work orders. The workers goes on the field and captures the images going on to one from one place to another. They have their mobile device where they capture all the screens in their mobile device, and the end result was to get all the images which are uploaded by the field workers in at the end to the BIP report, the where the organization can get the enhanced BI report, where all the images of before and after services can be visible. So this was made simpler. This was a really complex kind of use case which we had, where we had all over about three systems which was integrated together to bring an end result coming to a fruitful dish. So starting from so I'll just quickly show you the screenshots that we have. So this shows the entire cycle. So firstly, the work orders are created in Oracle Engagement Cloud. Then once the work orders are created using Oracle Integration Cloud, we bring all the work orders to the Oracle Field Service, add the actor, so the activity is added on the work orders which were created. And once the activities are added, the image URL for each activity is present in the Oracle Field Service. Now once the image URL is present in the Oracle Field Service, using Visual Builder and OIC, we bring all those images into the Visual Builder Cloud Service and upload all those images in content and experience. So we have content and experience cloud, where we use as a storage for all those images. All those images are now then visible in the Visual Builder Cloud Service for the employee to go through of which were the images which were uploaded previously and which were the images which were updated afterwards. So as and when the images are uploaded from here and the final deck is sent, all the whole report of before and after images will be then visible in the Oracle ERP cloud in form of the BIP report. So this is a typical use case where we have our experience of using Visual Builder Cloud Service with Oracle Integration Cloud. So this is all like from my end, where I am bringing up the overall experience that we have around the integration and the Oracle Visual Builder Cloud Service. I'll now quickly give hand over to Shabir to take up the rest of the part for automations using OIC. Sorry, RPA.
All right. Thank you, Dhwani. Thank you so much for your presentation. So I'll take it up from there now. So here we talked about integrations, where we explored the use cases that we've done around integrations using OIC and VBCS. So I'll take you now to the next part of our presentation, where I'm going to talk about RPA, how RPA is changing, the digital transformation journey for our customers. So now, as we learned from Oracle and from Dhwani, that these data are always spread across multiple SaaS application, multiple cloud application, or multiple on-premise applications. So there is a poor automation, once we go beyond SaaS, because SaaS applications are built with a lot of internal data flows. Then when the system goes beyond the legacy applications, the integration capabilities, what happens is the repeatable steps that has to be done within then an on-premise application or within a legacy application remains the same. Even in some cases of cloud applications, the repeatable steps remains the same. For example, the process of creating an invoice remains the same. Creation data update within the supplier profile remains the same. So there are certain lack, where you have to perform those repetitive tests, but which can be also automated to improve your process and to improve your data capturing within your application. Now, I'll just quickly talk about what is RPA, right? We all been talking about RPA, process automation. It's not a rocket science. What it does basically is it allows you to create a robot which will emulate and mimic a human action, and it will do all the steps a normal human would do in an application. It will mimic a human application. It will capture a data from one system and enter it into another system. It can even do manipulation on the data. It can trigger a certain response. It can trigger a certain communication and notification to the systems. And it can perform a variety of repetitive tasks. Now, why usually people go for automation is, first of all, it consumes less resources. It improves your productivity, increases the security. It is cost saving because it doesn't get tired and it can work 24/7, right? You don't have to pay any salary to it monthly, right? You just set it up and then it keeps running. And it is scalable. You can always take it more and more processes onto it. Uh, Going forward now, as I said, what are the major capabilities of RPA? So it can extract data from any web application, any desktop application, from any PDF, any image, any Excel sheet, you name it. So it extracts the data. It connects to other systems, using Oracle Integration Cloud or adapters that are provided by Oracle. It connects to any SFTP, it connects to database, it connects to mail servers, to web services, and so on. It connects to other systems via backend wherever there is no capability to extract data from front end. It extracts data, then it processes it. You can write multiple rules on it. You can create data flows. You can upload data back into systems where you don't want to do a traditional integration, where there are legacy application and they are not capable of providing you with the database access, or let's say not capable of providing you the web services. It can upload those data to it. It can even make calculations. For example, if you're scanning a PDF file which has an invoice and you want to calculate the weight amount on it, and you want to make sure that the invoice that is submitted by an email and it has got a correct calculation of VAT, it can scan that PDF file, it can do the calculation before even inserting in your system so that you get always an accurate data. So the major benefits, as I said earlier, uses less resources, it minimizes or completely human interaction, it removes a human interaction. That means less dependency on human, that means less chance of error. It increases productivity because it can run and it can connect to multiple systems at the same time, extract information and data. Increases security because it is a robot, so whatever you have pre-configured security channel, it works always on that. That is eliminating the human element from the entire process. Cost saving because it reduces your cost drastically. It can, for example, if you're capturing around, let's say, 1,000 records, just imagine a human creating 1,000 invoices. It takes around half a day at least, or let's say one full day at least, to upload those invoices. But let's say if you're automating it using RPA, it can do within minutes. And it can run 24/7. So as soon as you get an email, for example, based on an email, it will immediately trigger an RPA process, an automation process, and that process will run in background immediately. It will not wait for a human to come and take an action, open an email, or say download an attachment. No, it will automatically run on. So it's 24/7 workforce, and it is scalable. That means you can use it across your business unit, across your geographies, across multiple processes, finance, supply chain, or your HCM. It can run across modules as well. So that is a scalability it provides with. Yep, sorry. So going forward, now, especially during these days, COVID-19 days, where most of the organizations have faced a major challenge. Most of the organizations are going offline, or let's say going online, working from offshore, working from home, which are not connected to their IT, staff, not connected to the HR staff face to face. The communication has gone completely online, and this makes most of the processes, across the organization very much vulnerable. They are getting slower instead of getting done very quickly. So that creates, a lot of applications, uh, modules, or let's say processes available for automation, right? For example, payrolls. When there is a reduction in a payroll cycle, there are different changes in the payroll, creation of different element entries, let's say extra allowances, so and so on. So HR has to do a lot of manual work to execute a payroll, right? So if you have an RPA process in place, HR just had to create one Excel sheet and upload that Excel sheet, for example, and then the RPA bot automatically creates and runs the payroll for them. So here you can see quickly, where I've highlighted certain processes which are COVID critical. That means during these days of COVID, these are processes which can be a very good candidate for an automation. For example, first of all, as an IT service desk, uh, uh, user login creation, user password reset for IT. So this is one of the big challenges for IT teams. They get a lot of requests for password reset. When they're working from home, they have to connect remotely to a system and reset a password. But when, let's say, you have an RPN process, just one single email will initiate an RPA process, and that will reset your password for you. So these are many of the use cases which are good candidates for an RPA, especially during this COVID-19 situation. Now, what value does Evosys bring on the table? So we have a lot of out-of-the-box accelerators for RPA. That means we have created a lot of bots on RPA, which helps you speed up your automation process. We have created a lot of extension in VBCS as well for enabling the integration and front-end channels for employees. For example, we have solution around OTL that helps employees to capture their time and labor and allocates that to the shifts and planning process for that. So these are certain extensions that we have built. We have a unified platform, accessibility done through digital assistant. For example, all the HR queries can be now uploaded. Let's say COVID-19 related queries can be uploaded to a digital assistant. And RPA and various other AI automation tools are utilized to do these processes. When there are hybrid integration within applications, data flow between multiple different applications, different processes, those are pre-built with us, and we have our experience on those processes, and we have created automation around that. Now, how do we approach this automation? So this is our guide to our customers, where when we engage with them, we start with these phases. We start with awareness and readiness. We ask questions, we understand the trends, we help them to make the right decision on identifying which process needs to be automated. We engage with them for long term. We engaged with them to identify the use cases for candidate for automation. We prepare a POC. We prepare the RP candidate. We build a POC which solves the business needs. And then we expand it. That means we convert that POC into a pilot project, put it into production, see how it goes, how much is helping, we generate an ROI out of that. And then we established a center of excellence where, let's say if you're automating in a finance process, we building in a center of excellence for finance and helps them identify more and more process, more and more automation in that. And that helps customer to go towards entire transformation, where an RPA becomes a DNA for organization, and those automation and integration with different application will give them a seamless IT portfolio. So that was about RPA and how we enable our customers upon on RPA. Now, this is just a slide where we are talking about what are the different technologies that we use for digital transformation for our customers. We enable them to implement the infrastructure on cloud, where we move the on-premise workloads to cloud. We implement autonomous analytics, autonomous data warehouse, where the management get business intelligence reporting, predictive analysis, and autonomous data warehouse, where they don't have to worry about maintaining, upgrading, or applying patches to the data warehouse. We implement IoT, where we enable sensors on their assets, fleet, or the workers to monitor them, to track the performance, track the condition, and if there is a preventive maintenance to be done, we enable that using real-time sensors. We do production monitoring, where they can monitor for factories, industrial companies, where they want to monitor what was an output from the raw material and so on. How should they schedule their jobs for the manufacturing? We do that using sensors. So this is what we offer during IoT. We offer artificial intelligence solution, where we implement machine learning on top of BI and analytics to get them a predictive model of the business, where they can do prediction on the forecasting on the processes. For example, the attrition rate for employees, for example, cash forecasting, cash flow forecasting for organization, financial organization, and so on, and RPA and facial recognition solutions as well. Now, why most organizations choose to work with Evosys is because we have done this, and we have proved ourselves in market, where we have delivered such solutions to our customers. We have experience of implementing 1,000 plus cloud solutions globally. We are among the first partners who started the cloud journey for the customers, and we have had experience of integrating a cloud-based solution with an on-premise solution, and challenges that cloud brings, or let's say challenges that legacy system brings to a digital transformation. We are aware of that. We have number one partner, where we have multiple specialized consultants, and they have delivered this project on time. So this is quick snapshot of our customers where we are doing certain solutions on automation and integration on premise, where we talk about also cloud customers within the GCC, especially where we've implemented cloud solutions and these innovation solutions on them on the platforms. Right. So as a next step, what we will like to do with the attendees, I mean, on the call, we can initiate and identify a use case for you for an integration or an RPA. We can identify those touch points which are needed, the processes which can be automated. We can initiate a proof of concept, and we can validate the business case that we are bringing to you. So this is how we model of engagement going forward to our customers who are interested in starting their digital transformation journey. So that brings me end to this webinar. I hope it was pretty much insightful for you to understand about Oracle capabilities around integration and Evosys capabilities around integration and enabling RPA solutions for you. So now I'll open the session to for you to post the questions in your Q&A, where me and Andre and Dwani will be happy to answer your queries. You can post your question in the Q&A section. I have a question from Mr. Hatem. Are you going to provide session recording? Yes, we are going to send you the presentation as well as the recording of the webinar. There's one more question from Mohini. She wants to ask about how do you compare OCI with an on-premise SOA suite? Okay, so Andre, would you like to answer that? Okay, I'll take that one up. So Mohini, how do you compare OCI with an on-premise SOA suite? So well, OCI is basically Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, where now Oracle has brought up Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Generation 2 Cloud, where it is an infrastructure where you can host any of your on-premise workloads on cloud, including Oracle SOA suite. So it is exactly the same where your SOA suite might be running in an on-premise environment. You're replacing your on-premise hardware, and now you're lifting and moving this to Oracle infrastructure, so that all your integration touch points remains the same. There will be changes in your IPs and the support numbers when you move it, but overall the performance that you get on cloud is going to be turning a lot of cost saving for you when you move it to Oracle OCI. I hope that answers your question, Mohini. Okay, there is one question from Anand. How seamless is the integration between Oracle on-premise ERP with Oracle Cloud EPM? All right, Dwani, would you like to answer that?
Yeah, I shall take that up. So basically, the overall integration is very seamless because we do have the adapter and the web services available. So, and also when talking about EPM, we can have a file-based integration. So overall, we do not face any challenge in integrating Oracle the business suite with EPM. So I think it will be very much simpler if we have if we know the touch points which we want to integrate, and if we have the medium for that. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, there is one more question, Dhoni, same along with how especially with process management. So can you throw a bit light on process management as well on the VBCS and OIC?
Sorry, can you come again?
Yeah, there is one question from Anand talking about within the same question, saying how especially with Oracle process management, how does it help in OIC?
Okay. So basically, when we have OIC has ready-made adapters which we use. With OIC, we can use Visual Builder Cloud Service to make the process seamless. So when we have any kind of integrations, so we can have those integrations enabled for the client and for the touch point. And if we have any kind of UI to be shown where we have any challenges around the overall integration to be handled, we use Visual Builder Cloud Service to make the overall integration and the user experience seamless.
Thank you.
Does that answer my question? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it does, I think. Right.
Also, just to add, we also have like Process Cloud, where if we have any kind of approval hierarchies to be attached to the form, or before integrations or after integrations. If we want any upload hierarchy to be triggered, then that is also possible using the same suite of VBCS, Process Cloud, and Oracle Integration Cloud. So now the end-to-end experience is really very simple and enhanced using when we have all the three components together.
Right. There's a question from Mr. Imran Basha. He's asking about, can on-premise Oracle EBS 12.1.3 integrate with systems like SADAD system? So I'll just answer that one very briefly. So yes, so Oracle Integration Cloud comes up as you know explained, comes up with a lot of adapters, and one of the major adapters that it provides is Oracle EBS adapter, right? So it connects with all the APIs that you have within Oracle EBS, and those APIs can be invoked through those Oracle EBS adapters. And also when you talk about SADAT system, so SADAT system does provide a lot of SOAP APIs, let's say, or REST APIs to integrate the payment or initiate the payment gateway, right? And then after payment gateway is done, the payment is done, you need to create resets within Oracle EBS. So to invoke the SOAP APIs around SADAT, Oracle OIC provides SOAP adapters as well as REST adapters out of its technology adapters, and then it does integrate with it seamlessly. You like to answer on anything on that on top of it, Johnny?
No, so as you rightly said that we have EBS adapter, and any integrations, even though we have so our experience where we have integrated our custom components developed in EBS also. So using that we can get hold of the objects which we have, and using that we can do the integrations using web services as well as files. So irrespective of the system, if we have if we want the systems to be integrated, we just need the medium, and I think that particular thing is possible as we have multiple approaches to integrate. So that should not be an issue.
Sure. Thank you, Johnny. I hope that answers your question, Mr. Imran. There is one more question from Mr. Hatim. He's asking about how can we integrate Exchange mail server on Azure with EBS. So, Andre, would you like to answer that? I think Andre has some issue with his audio. Dhwani, if you'd like to take that answer, how can we integrate Exchange mail server on Azure with EBS?
Yeah, sure. I shall take that up. So basically, for connecting to Exchange mail server, we do have the API to be used, and that can be directly integrated with Azure. So using that in EBS, we can, I think, connect all the three systems together. So, but to specific to the use case, we might need to go and pitch in the solution that we currently have and the architecture which you are using to understand that if the versions are supported or not. But definitely, as I said, that we do have the mechanism using API, and if you would like to if you want us to pitch in, you can definitely let us know, and we can connect to understand the architecture.
Right. Yes. Thank you, Dhwani. There's one more last question from Mr. Javed Akhtar. He's asking about what would be the time frame on moving from on-premise to cloud. So, well, I'd like to answer that. So, Mr. Javed, how it works is when we talk about moving an on-premise application to cloud, there are two options for you. You either can move your on-premise applications, like if you are, I'm not sure what applications you might have. So if you're talking about, let's say, Oracle EBS, you can move to Oracle SaaS applications, and then you can continue those integrations with your legacy systems or, let's say, third-party systems using OIC. And second option is if you have non-Oracle systems, or if you have another even Oracle EBS, you can move it to Oracle OCI, lift and shift your applications. The time frame would depend on what kind of applications you have, what different modules that you're using, how many users, and so on. So we have to get a bit of a more deep dive understanding on what kind of application you have. But generally, the time frame would depend on the modules and the application. Yeah, okay, Oracle EBS R12. So to lift and shift Oracle EBS R12 will also depend on how many environments. For example, if you want to lift and shift, if you have test environment, dev environment, and how many cores, etc. So there are a lot of other components which can affect with you. So I can send you one questionnaire after this call where you can answer those questions to us, and then we can get back to you on what would be a tentative timeline looking at that sizing, right? Thank you, Mr. Javed. We'll connect with you after this call. There's one question from Mohsin Khan. How can we identify the data size, whether it is less or more than 10 MB in OIC? If no, how can we reduce the data less than 10 MB? Dhwani, can you answer that question?
Yeah, Shabi, please, can you please repeat once? It was a break.
Sorry, the question is how can we identify the data size, whether it is less or more than 10 MB in OIC? If no, how
Okay.
can we reduce the size to 10 MB?
Yes. So basically, while developing the integrations, we always use the payloads. So when the payload is there, we will have to, check the payload before usage, and then we can understand that how much data is coming up. Coming to the next question, that how we can reduce it, the only approach to reduce it is to make that into batches, so we can understand and know the data which are coming up in the payload before testing it. When we get the payload, we will understand that how much size of payload is coming up, and as we understand that, let's say that if there are 50 records coming up which is making a payload to 10 MB, then in that case what we can do is we can just divide the data in batches, and accordingly batch wise we can send the data to the sources, to the target system. So I hope that's all. I answer your question.
Yep. Thank you, Dhwani. So we'll take one more last question before we finish because the time is running out. So there's one last question from Mr. Binod Ravindranathan. He's asking about what could be the implication cost-wise by moving on-premise to an cloud. Well, definitely there will be a lot of cost saving. Now, what are the implications? That means can you clarify what do you mean by implications? Because if you talk about cost-wise, the overall capex, that you're investing definitely goes down, and also the opex cost goes down. That means the operational cost when you think about managing those applications on cloud, Oracle gives a lot of automations around that, and uh, maintaining those applications on cloud, your efforts or cost in maintaining it goes down drastically. So we can get in touch with you to understand more about what on-premise application you're talking about, and based on that we can derive you the cost saving that you can generate out of when you move those applications to cloud. Yes, definitely we'll share the presentation, Mr. Javed, after this call. So team, please take note of this. We need to share the presentation as well as the recording with the team. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, all the attendees. It was really a great pleasure to have you all. Hope we have answered your questions. And if not, we will like to get in touch with you to get more detailed understanding on how we can help you on your digital transformation journey using integration or let's say RPA. All right. Thank you so much. Really have a nice day and be safe during this COVID days. We hope that you are safe and your families are safe as well. Yeah, to take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.